1080. Hey. Me nigga. Alright. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. I know I've been gone a while. I apologize, bro. I had to get my affairs in order. You know what I'm saying, bro? Guys, this one was tough. Hold on, let's pause this music. This one was tough, man. Nothing else to say, but this was a tough L to take, bro. Like, golly, bro. God, I don't know. I want to say it's a tough L to take, but it is what it is. Like, we didn't play good enough to expect anything more than what we got, right? So, like, it's just one of these situations where you know what, let's chill, let's get into it, bro. Let's get into it, man. We have a good lineup for tonight. We're gonna talk some NSC. We're gonna talk. Well, I mean, that's all we're gonna talk. So let's get into it. Boom. Let's start with the current state of affairs, baby. Let's start with the current state of affairs right now, man. I think that's a good place to start. It did just change. The current state of affairs did just change for Nashville SC. I had a whole script written up. I had a whole video written up for it. But screw it. We just gonna power through. You know what I mean? Sometimes things change and you just gotta power through. The unbeaten row is over. But Nashville is still elite. One road loss, guys. Check this out. One road loss does not erase a 10-match MLS unbeaten streak or the best start in club history. One road loss doesn't do that. But the warning signs, like, you started to see the warning signs, man. And as soon as they got back from the World Cup break, dude, the warning signs were there. I mean, Nashville just been they grinded out 2 ugly wins since the restart. Orlando was the first team, I felt like, to punish them. And we're going to get into that. It was the first team to punish them. It was the first team to really punish our lack of rhythm since we got back from the World Cup. Still first. We're still in first place, but now our response matters. This is the real test for elite teams, right? The real test is whether this becomes a one-off or if this is the start of a dip in form. And unfortunately, based on what I'm seeing, unless some guys start getting healthy and some guys start getting their act together, looking at you, Sam, even though I'm not really going to blame this one on him, like, unless some guys really start getting their act together, man, this looks like, to me, it might be the start of a dip in form. And I hate that I'm saying that. I hate that I'm saying that on stream, bro. I really do. But the defense is still carrying this team. Orlando only scored. Well, we're gonna get into Orlando, man. We're gonna get into Orlando. Let's look at some of the stats, man. Let's just look at some of the stats that this team has right now, right? Like, it was 5 straight wins until tonight, but we're at 39 points still. We're still first in the East. Everyone else has to play. Even the team that's right behind us still has, like, Miami. They still have to, like, win their match and then win, like, they still have to win 2 more games to get in. Like, they, you know what I mean? After tonight, or did they play tonight or tomorrow? I don't know when they play. But we still have a game in hand on Miami. All right? So we're still first in the East. We're still first in the Supporters Shield. I got to double check that. I do have to double check that. Hold on. Let me see where we're at in supporters right now. I'm interested in that. I am interested in seeing our Supporters Shield stats, because that definitely did some damage, bro. That for sure did some damage. Western Conference standings. Where's Supporters Shield standings? MLS supporters. I just want to see where we're at in Supporters Shield, guys. Give me 1 second. What up, homie? It has been a minute, man. Josh's 615. Hold on. I'm just gonna see where we're at in Supporters Shield after that L. Yeah, man. I was saying that earlier. I just I took a little break. You know what I mean? I took a little break, but I'm back in full effect, baby. MLS Supporters Shield standings. Why is Google not giving me that? Why is it sending me the MLS? Did they cut a deal with MLS? All right, Miami's 2 points behind us on Supporters Shield standings. So that is unfortunate. It's Cupid changed my name. Okay, bet. Yeah, I thought it was, because your username is always kind of hidden, bro. You don't like people seeing your username right there in the line. But Yeah, like I was saying, man. Like if you look at the stats, man, we got 4 MLS All Stars on the team. Brian Strake still has 8 clean sheets on the season, which is great. Sam Surge at 10 goals. He's behind the top scorers. I think Kevin Denke's up, and then you got with 11. You got what's his face Messi with 12, and he's on the break. And then you still have a few more guys above that even. And so Sam Surge tonight did not help him. But if we look at the current state of affairs for Nashville, 2 weeks back in since the restart, we're still doing good. 2 wins, 2 clean sheets. Now we've got a loss on top of that. We're still 8-0-1 at Coyotes, so we're still strong at home. They did blank. They did blank Sam Surge, Cupid, bro. That was sad. We're gonna get into the Orlando game here in a second, bro. I just want to give people a solid understanding of where we're at right now. But we still have 4 MLS All-Stars in there, dude. We got Elias Saad coming in, who is going to help with that left side right now. We've got Josh Bauer playing back there. We've got Dan Lovitz, who is clearly starting. The age is starting to show. We're going to get Elias Saad is going to change things on that back line for us. So I'm looking forward to that. I did not go to the Liverpool game. I'm in Tennessee. I just didn't go to the Liverpool game, bro. I'm not a Liverpool fan, bro. I want to see Arsenal, bro. I want to see the Arsenal. But yeah, Elias Saad, when he gets in, and this should be soon, guys. It should be soon. I got sources on the inside. His papers is just waiting on paperwork. It should be soon. We should be good, all right? When Elias Saad comes in, because that's really where we got hurt tonight, right? We couldn't find any creativity. We couldn't break through on that left side. They really had us held back in our defensive third, and that was sad. That was painful. But guess what? Nashville SC, three games since the restart, since the World Cup restart, we're 2-1. We're grinding out ugly wins. Tonight was, again, we got to see if tonight was a one-off or if it was a dip in form. Are you going just to see? I mean, bro, you're doing the right thing. You're better than me, Cupid. Cupid, you're better than me, bro. I don't be going to see other teams play, bro. I just care about my teams, bro. I'm like the worst type of sports fan. If my team's not playing, I don't care. But let's get into this game, bro. Let's talk about Orlando City, Nashville SC right now, man. But before we do that, we gotta talk about the new challenger in town in the MLS. We gotta talk about a new challenger in the MLS. New challenger alert! Antoine Griezmann. I say Griezmann, but I know it's Griezmann. Freaking Frenchies, man. Every time we have to play a Frenchie, bro. Every time, bro. Not even just us, just me in general. I'm not a big fan of the French state, country, whatever, bro. And I have my own personal reasons. I'll admit. I'm a little biased against Frenchies. But the thing is, man, Antoine Griezmann, he has completely changed Orlando City. Unfortunately for us, for the better. That was a different Orlando City than we've seen in years, in at least 2 years, bro. That was a completely different squad, bro. So you saw Antoine Griezmann is 30-something years old, and he was the only one out there still running, still going hard at the end of that match, bro. Antoine Griezmann is going to be a problem in MLS. And honestly, I'm happy for Orlando because going up against Miami and having them be your main rival, and they have Messi, you needed a signing like this. You needed a signing like this that was going to get people coming back into the can I get some Steam Boys for sure, bro? I got you, man. Slide through when I'm back in there, bro. I'll let you know when I'm back in the Steam Boys. But Antoine Griezmann was a big difference maker. But let's get into this match, guys. Let's get into this match and what really happened, bro. Let's get into this match and what really happened to Nashville tonight. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm a little disappointed. But you know what, man? I've been saying it, bro. It was bound to happen, bro. It was bound to happen, man. Let's get into it, guys. Orlando City handed Nashville a 1-0 road loss. It was our unbeaten MLS streak is officially over. He said it's only up from here. That's what I'm talking about, bro. This is why I like Cupid, bro. He said it's only up from here, bro. Let's go. Mwah! Let's go, bro. Love for the badge, bro. Love for the badge. Don't, and that's what I'm about to tell y'all, bro. I know there's about to be a lot of doom and gloom on your timeline when it comes to Nashville SC. Don't worry about it, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like Cupid said, trust it. Like in BJ we trust. In BJ we trust. But tonight is Nashville's first defeat in any competition, I believe, since Champions Cup lost to Tigres on April 28th. Somebody please fact check me on that. Honestly, if you want my honest opinion on this loss, guys, this felt like less like a random like bad result. You know what I'm saying? Felt less like a bad result and more like the first time Nashville's like recent warning signs have finally caught up with them. We've had I forgot about Chicago, bruh. I totally forgot about Chicago. That was annoying. That was annoying losing to BJ Callahan's old like boss in in Berhalter, bro. And Chicago's just been bad since they haven't been bad, but they haven't been as good since then. But it is what it is. But like our recent warnings, our warning signs that we've had, just disjointed play, lack of creativity, lacking of real hustle in that final fourth, bro. Oh, you said, oh, it is? I'm right? Bet. That's what I thought. I do research. I promise you I do research, bro. But I'm not saying I know everything, bro. I'm not like one of these, like, I'm a regular fan like y'all, bro. I'm a regular fan like y'all, and I just be I don't know I'm not as good as, like, some of these reporters and some of these guys out on here who really be analyzing this stuff. I just talk from a fan perspective, bro. I'm a armchair analyst, bro. But if you look at our last couple of matches, Nashville has not looked great, and everybody knows that. They were saying it all on the freaking TV. Dax McCarty was saying that. Dax was killing my soul saying that, man. But if you look at our recent matches, Nashville didn't look great, but they kept winning, bro. And that's how you make it. That's what elite teams do. That's how you make it to the MLS Cup. You know what I'm saying? You find ways to grind out results during the season, right? When you're not at your best. That's how you do it, bro. But you can only live that way. You can only live that way for so long, guys. Against Orlando, I mean, Nashville was like, Nashville bent for a lot of the night. Against Orlando, Nashville bent for a lot of the night. And in the 70th minute, they finally broke, bro. They finally broke. Cuba said, Espinosa definitely hurts Andy. Definitely hurts Andy to him not being fully fit. We saw it in this game. Yeah. We don't talk about Andy. You could tell that Nashville needs Espinosa. And it's so weird. I feel like we've gotten so spoiled because we've only had Christian Espinosa for like not even half a year. And we're already falling apart when he's not in the lineup. But like when you have a player of that level of talent, it makes sense. When you have a player who can feed Sam Surge the way he's been feeding Sam Surge, it makes sense that Sam didn't get no touches tonight. We got too used to, did the LAFC just score? And Bawanga just did a front flip? Holy crap, bro. Golly, I'm scared of what I'm scared. I'm a little scared. So the first half was rough. The biggest issue was that Nashville had possession, but it didn't feel like it was productive possession. You know what I'm saying? It did not feel like productive possession, bro. Like, they finished with 52% of the ball and completed 89% of their passes, but so much of those passes happened, too many of those passes happened in our defensive third, bro. It was frustrating to watch. It was frustrating to feel like we were just, like, stuck in our penalty box a lot of the times. And that's when we started seeing, like, even my guy, Maxwell Alegi, who was the best player on the pitch for Nashville tonight, hands down. I was impressed with Knight, too, bro. Big time impressed. Like, I want Jordan Knight to get more play time, bro. Nashville completed, like I said, they completed 230 passes in their own half. And I believe only 183 in Orlando's half, which is a lot of passes, by the way. That's a lot of passes, right? But 230 of those in your own half, you're not going anywhere. You're literally playing defense at that point with the ball. You're playing defense with the ball at that point. Orlando was the opposite. They spent more time moving the ball through Nashville's territory, in Nashville's territory, through Nashville's territory. So when you look at that possession number, it seems like Nashville controlled the game. They did not. They did not. They did not. Let me say it again for the people in the back. They did not control the game. Orlando, when you watch the game, if you just look at the stats, it looks like Nashville controlled the game. But if you watch the game, Orlando controlled where the game was being played, guys. Orlando controlled where the game was being played. He said we've been playing very possessive. I feel like obviously it's kind of our style, but I mean, yeah, in our own half, it's like, and also I feel like BJ flip flops from being possessive to like letting the opponent play with the ball and being more counter. He flip flops a lot on that, bro. And it's very hard to determine what he's gonna do when every game in, game out. But tonight, I don't know, man. I feel like it's been rough with the injuries, and it finally just came back to bit us, guys. It finally came back to bit us. Nashville did too much playing out from the back, and at times I was impressed. I was impressed with the little tricky how they got out from the pressure, but they they were doing some stuff like even Maxwell Allegri was doing some really risky passes in the back out in the back. Half of the pass backs never pushing up. Yep. You know what I mean? We did a lot of playing out of the back. I was impressed by their commitment to it, but like I was stressed. I was really stressed because the ball spent way too much time again in Nashville's defensive third, bro. They struggled to consistently break Orlando's pressure. They really did, man. And I'm saying like their pressure was up front. It wasn't like in the midfield, which our midfield had a terrible game. Our midfield players played awful today, guys. Orlando just kept putting Nashville SC in the defense in difficult situations close to our own goal, and you never want to see that. Shaq should have put his away, and Kasem had two opportunities to do something with it, and I think he just favors his left foot too much, and he wants like I don't know what he wants, man, but Kasem, I don't know if it's working out with Ahmed Kasem. I hate to say that on stream, guys. I but I don't know if it's working out. Guys, if you're watching the stream, I appreciate it. Especially if you're watching on TikTok, I appreciate you. Go ahead and give it a like. Go ahead and give it a share if you don't mind. We're trying to get back. I'm trying to be more consistent. I appreciate y'all. Yes, Kasem definitely doubts himself too much, and that's what I was trying to get at. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all even tuning in. I know I've been absent. Just been having a lot of things going on, but like I said, I got a new format. We're going to get back at this, y'all. We're going to get back at this. So let's get this stream to the stratosphere, guys. Let's talk about Christian Espinosa again. I know we kind of touched on him a little bit. Like I said, we have been spoiled by Christian Espinosa, and his absence has completely changed the shape of this attack. His absence has completely changed the shape of Nashville SC's attack. Without him, Nashville is missing a natural wide player who can receive the ball under pressure. Christian Espinosa can not only can he receive the ball, he can beat somebody one-on-one, and then he immediately pushes the team forward, which I felt like I saw Maxwell Allegri trying to do, and that's not something you're going to get from Josh Bauer. I love Josh Bauer. That's my homie. Josh Bauer does what he has to do, all right? I've been impressed with the fact that Josh Bauer, that first off, BJ Callahan has been putting Josh Bauer out there, giving him the minutes, but he put him in a tough position tonight, especially. Orlando knew that Josh Bauer and just everyone they had out here, they knew that Nashville didn't have that same threat on the outside, especially on the left side. I mean, we're talking about Josh Bauer being put on the left side. He's being put out there. He's a natural center back being asked to play on the left side and consistently use his left foot, which I don't think he's left-footed. I'll double check on that, but I don't think he's left-footed. That's not his game. He said it wasn't ethical. Yo, my man said right-footed on the left, man. That definitely wasn't ethical, bro. Cupid is on one tonight, bro. Yeah, it's not his game. And this is not, look, guys, it's not me blaming Bauer, bro. It's not me blaming Bauer. Orlando understood the assignment tonight, bro. They did not have to respect him as an attacking threat, right? In the same way that they were respected Espinosa or another natural ride player, which is, again, why we need to get Elias Saad into this lineup ASAP. ASAP, bro. Orlando played tight in the middle, and they left Bauer in space because, I mean, dude, did you guys watch the game? Half the time, Bauer was just standing out there in no man's land because they knew that the ball switched to him. He was just going to look to pass it. He wasn't going to look to really make an attacking threat. which is why when I saw Dan Lovitz come in, I was really happy. But like Dan Lovitz, I think the age is starting to show, man, which is why I think he's not playing as much. I'm gonna get into that Tyrese Spicer, Jack. I'm gonna get into that Lipscomb alum. That hurt my soul, bro. It hurt my soul. How is the state of Tennessee, how is the city of Nashville gonna teach you how to play this game? Not saying we taught how to play the game, but I'm just saying you got your looks because of us, because of our schools, our system, and you do that to us. Actually, that was a beautiful goal, beautiful pass to Tyrese Spicer, and he just absolutely puts it away. So I'm not even gonna hate on Tyrese Spicer or Orlando. They just absolutely decimated Nashville. They gutted Nashville on that goal. So I'm about to go. Lipscomb, hey, congrats, bro. It's a good school, great school. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Tough loss today, guys. I mean, it was tough, but again, we needed that wake-up call. Again, with Josh Bauer not being a natural wide player, Orlando City's playing tight in the middle, left Bauer in space because they weren't scared of him driving it forward and beating a defender or delivering something dangerous with his left foot, which you can't do. That's not his game. This in particular made Nashville's build-up very predictable. Very predictable, guys. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. I want to make sure my mic isn't. All right, cool. I was worried that my mic was like on mute. I would be like, no, because I gotta get clips and stuff for for the gang, for the gangy. Yeah, man, Nashville was incredibly predictable. They kept moving the ball up the left side, but Orlando was perfectly comfortable allowing it because nothing was happening. But if you notice, our best attacks tonight, our best chances came from when the ball came up the right side. We were talking about Kasem earlier. We were talking about Shaq earlier, Shaq Muhammad earlier. Those started on the right side. So again, our right side, just like it always has been all year, was delivering. There was just not enough quality and not enough Sam Surridge. That's who we're going to talk about now. Sam Surridge was completely isolated tonight, guys. Sam Surridge was basically a ghost throughout the match, bro. A ghost, bro. Casper. Sam Surridge was literally Casper, the friendly, not even a friendly ghost. He was a frustrated ghost tonight. If you watch, bro, I saw a lot of this. A lot of hand throwing up. The ghost of Orlando. Saw a lot of that, bro. Saw a lot of that. It wasn't entirely his fault. Let's be fair to Sam. Nashville only had a total of 6 shots. 2 shots on target. They created one big chance. One big chance, guys. Surridge didn't receive consistent service, and Nashville didn't move. They rarely moved the ball into dangerous central areas quickly enough to evolve them. So, like, again, this and that's a lot of it. You saw a hole, didn't see a lot of anything. Exactly. A lot of it was a lot of the times we already talked about this. Like, how many passes? Like 200 something passes in Nashville's own half. Sam Surridge ain't gonna see the ball when the ball ain't gonna see no play time. He's not gonna score when the ball is in your defensive third. And that's what killed us tonight. If you want to point to one thing, it's the fact that Orlando pinned us back in our defensive third and made Sam Surridge a non-factor in this game. They did a good job. They did a good job disconnecting him from the rest of the team. A striker can only, we all know this, a striker can only do so much when the midfield can't progress the ball and the wide players aren't stretching the defense. Surridge, again, no excuses for anything. I know BJ's not going to give any excuses. Surridge still has to find ways to make himself felt, make himself available. If we were talking about another, hey, Mo, what up, bro? My man said, I think a lot of our players really doubt themselves from taking a shot because okay. Yes. But it's the players who aren't ready, right? I don't think Kasem is ready. Shaq Muhammad, I don't think he doubts himself so much. I think he wants to like pay respect to like the other guys, right? Like there are times where he should have just shot it, but he was looking for Hani, he was looking for Sam Surridge. Just shoot the ball, Shaq. You've got 2 goals on the season, brother. Shoot the ball. Shaq has that passion, yes, for sure. Salute, Mo. Thanks for hopping in the stream, brother. He said, but like, look, Sam Surridge has, in games like tonight, Sam Surridge has to find ways to make himself felt, make his presence known. You can't go ghost like that. And I know Orlando did a great job of making him go ghost. Orlando did a great job of nullifying his pressure. But that cannot happen. That cannot happen with Sam Surge, guys. I'm just going to put that out there. The right side. Let's talk about the right side. That was Nashville's only real threat. Whenever Nashville did something creative, it came from that right side. Andy Nahar and Shaq Muhammad combining for that one where Shaq just kind of like tries to poke it in. Sam played like my ex. El Terrible. Josh Bauer wasn't feeding the ball to Sam enough on the left. We talked about that, Jack. Josh Bauer, yes, he should have fed the ball to Sam, but like the problem is I don't really want Josh Bauer being put in that position. I don't need Josh Bauer being put in that position. I just want Josh Bauer to play center back. You know what I mean? Putting him as a left back and he's right-footed, criminal. Absolutely criminal. Someone should definitely file charges against BJ Callahan for that decision. I want Josh as my CB, if anything, right back. Yeah, Josh as a right back is fine. Josh as a center back is fine. Josh as a left back, not feeling it. Okay, so again, that right side, bro. We had Jordan Knight and Ahmed Kassem. They created that was the opportunity. That was the opportunity. Sure, the problem is, yes, Kassem shot the ball. Like, Jordan Knight gives a great feed. Jordan Knight gives a great feed to Kassem. Kassem shoots the ball, and it gets blocked, goes out for a corner. Fine. We'll talk about the corner. We'll talk about, like, we're okay with the corner. But what happened in that play? What happened with that beautiful assist that Jordan Knight gave to Ahmed Kassem was, what have we been saying? Ahmed Kassem doubted himself. Ahmed Kassem is not a first touch guy. He's just not a first touch guy, and I need him to be a first touch guy. There was 2 times in this game where first touch, Ahmed Kassem could have gotten a better shot. Both times he got a ball in the box at a good position to make a shot. What does he do? He tries to move the ball to a better position, tries to tap it here and get us. Bro, bang that thing in. I don't even care if it's a bad shot at this point with Ahmed Kassem. I don't care if it goes over the bar at this point. Just like right now, you need to work on your first touches, bro. You have to work on your first touches, Ahmed Kassem. I have no dog in this race other than, bro, you're losing quality opportunities to prove to BJ Callahan and to prove to Nashville, the fans, that you belong on this team, that you need the minutes that you're taking up. At this point, I'd rather see Rubens Pasillas out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a big Rubens Pasillas fan. Everybody knows that. I want to talk about him. I feel like he's getting a little frustrated with his playtime, but it's also his fault. It's also his fault right now. There was a couple games, like a couple months ago, he had a game where he should have passed the ball, but he went for the shot, and it was just a terrible shot, and I think BJ Callahan lost confidence in him. But what do you guys think about Jordan Knight, man? What do you guys think? I want to hear from you guys what you guys think about Jordan Knight. Let me hear your thoughts, guys. Cupid, what do you think, man? I think Jordan Knight is really. I saw Woobens and Tablet. Yeah. Woobens is great. I'm not sure if he's making the MLS transition as well as we hope he would, but he's got it in him. We all know it. We all know he's got it in him. Why the hell am I so red? What is this? I feel like way too red. First time I saw him play in person was that Ottawa game. Hell yeah, bro. The Ottawa game was great. Yeah, we all know he has it, bro. We all know Rubens Pasillas has it, bro. We just need to see him make better choices on the ball. Wasn't really impressed or disappointed, but today he really showed that passion. Who? Jordan Knight? Yeah. I think Jordan Knight he's someone who is looking for more opportunities, and we just hope that BJ sees fit to give it to him, man. Because I saw that he was still playing hard at the end of that game. I saw he was still playing hard at the end of the game, and I saw that he was making good opportunities, and he was trying to move forward, which we didn't see enough of tonight, if I'm being real. We saw too much passing it backwards. He's quick, strong, and gets the ball back. I think we need someone like that. Yes, we do. You're 100% right. You're 100% right, bro. All right. What happened to our midfield tonight, guys? Can someone please tell me what happened to our midfield? I was hoping that Knight would go in the left back, but he showed promise on the wing. Yeah, bro. Well, we'll see. I mean, if he's showing promise on the wing, he could be a wing back. You know what I'm saying? That's an opportunity for him. But let's talk about this midfield, man. This is my biggest concern. This is my biggest concern from the match. The defense spent too much time under pressure, and the midfield did not do they did not do enough to move the ball away from Nashville's goal. And this is what ended up eventually killing us. The backline was consistently receiving the ball under pressure, trying to play through Orlando, and then immediately being asked to defend another attack. Eventually, guys, I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be Pep Guardiola. You don't have to be Klopp to understand what happens when your defense or your back line is constantly under pressure. All right? Eventually, those situations lead to bad decisions. And those bad decisions lead to lost balls. And those lost balls lead to goals. It's a simple math equation. Guys. And that's exactly what happened, man. National defenders started making poor choices, too close to their own goal, and because they were being asked to manage pressure all night. So, yes, the defense broke. Our defense broke tonight. Our defense has been doing too much for the last 2 games since the World Cup started. Holy crap, LAFC is destroying Kansas City. They are destroying SKC. Sorry. Our defense, since the World Cup break has been over, we've had 3 games now, and our defense has been trying. Our defense has been trying to keep up, but nothing's happened. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed for them in the last 2 games. And literally this game we saw it. Who do you think is our best midfield right now? That is a great question. I mean, who would be our best midfield, bro, at this point in time? I didn't see it. I mean, to me, I'm always gonna say Eddie. But tonight he didn't have a great match. I would say since the World Cup break, our best midfielder has been Alex Muyl. And I mean, you could say Matt Corcoran. But I think since the break, our best midfielder has been Alex Muyl. He's been going hard. He's been doing everything we've asked of him. And honestly, it's just one of these situations where I'm like, I look at the work rate that we got out of him, and when he got hurt today, you saw that the game changed. The game was already not going great, but Alex Muyl was helping us get that ball into the opponent's half, right? When he went out, everything stalled. It all stalled. What little hope we had went with him. I don't know. I hope he's not out for too long, guys. I really hope Alex Muil's not out for too long. Say Eddie and Yaz work well together, then you feel like Yaz and Acosta do as well. Eddie and Yaz, we need them back at full strength. We need both of them back at full strength if we want to have a chance at redeeming ourselves next week. Especially when we get into Leagues Cup, right? Because we got Leagues Cup, I'm pretty sure, next week. So, yeah, we need Eddie and Yaz back. We need everybody back. I really hope that BJ Callahan is just holding guys right now out, right? Like, I don't know if he should have played Andy Nahar as long as he did. Andy Nahar was clearly struggling. The substitutions, let's get into it, man. The substitutions, they helped, but they weren't enough. Orlando subs were even better, obviously, with Tyrese Spicer. But around the 64th minute, you see BJ Callahan bring in Eddie Tagseth and Jordan Knight for Brian Acosta and Shaq Muhammad. And those changes did add some energy, right? Jordan Knight in particular helped Nashville get a lot more direct on that right side. A lot more direct. But the team still lacked quality, bruh. They still lacked decisiveness, bruh, in the final third. They got into slightly better areas, but they couldn't turn those moments into clear shots. They didn't turn any of those moments into clear shots. You know what I'm saying? So, and you see, at 6 minutes after those subs, what happened? It had to be Tyrese Spicer, bro. It had to be Tyrese Spicer. In the 70th minute, former Lipscomb standout Tyrese Spicer scored the winning goal. And I'm telling you, it absolutely gutted Nashville's defense, bro. it gutted me. I knew it was coming. I saw it coming, bro. I was just like, oh, they just started making really bad passes across the face of the goal. I was really surprised with Maxwell Waleji when he made that pass that he made. But it was just a bad decision, and it came back to bite them. They lost the ball in the dumb area, and then they caught Andy and whoever else was back there off guard. Jack Maher, they caught him off guard, and they give the ball to they get the ball to Tyrese, and he's not missing that, bro. He shouldn't miss that. If he wants to stay in this league, he can't miss that. Orlando finished with 12 shots compared to Nashville's 6. They also had 4 shots on target compared to Nashville's 2. All right? Kind of was wishing a Shaq shuts the crowd. I know, bro. I would have killed. And that the end of the game where we see like Nashville just like frantically trying to get a goal in, bro. Like and the end of the game looked a lot better than the last like 5 minutes of extra time, right? Of added time was so much better than anything else that Nashville SC was able to produce in the whole rest of the game, the other 90 minutes, right? The last 5 minutes of offensive like willpower that they found was so much better than anything else. And they got close. They got really close. They just could not find a good shot on target. And some of it was due to that hesitation that we were talking about, that hesitation from players to get a goal in. Oh my gosh, bro. Again, 4 shots on target for Orlando to Nashville's 2, but also Orlando had 12 shots in total to compare to Nashville's 6. The expected goal numbers were close, right? 0.68 for Orlando and 0.73 for Nashville. But Orlando consistently looked like they were going to produce something, whereas Nashville it was just a hope and a prayer. Hope and a prayer, y'all. That's all we could get out of Nashville today, man. Every shot they put up. Spicer's goal was the moment, like, when all that accumulated pressure finally turned into a result. And you saw it coming, man. Like, you saw it coming, dude. You saw the Lions just, like, that's what you call it, Orlando Pride, whatever. You saw them just, like, swarming and converging and just putting our players and our goalkeeper in awkward situations, and you knew it had to break. This was actually the culmination of the last 2 games of everything we've played, everything that we've seen since the World Cup break ended, and we just seen that this isn't the sharpest Nashville. This is not the sharpest. This is not the most disciplined. They're not making the smartest choices, and it all came to a head. I don't know if Andy Nahar should have played 76 minutes, guys. Like you said, his legs were gone. It was encouraging to see, and that hopefully that means he's getting closer to full health. But I do wonder if BJ leaving Andy Nahar on for that long came back to bite us. I'm not blaming that goal on him, but he had a part in it. He had a part in it, bro. He had a part in that goal, man. I mean, like you see it. On one hand, he's involved in some of Nashville's best attacking moments. And then on the other hand, he's involved in some of Nashville's worst defensive moments. He was struggling. Like you said, he was struggling, bro. He was struggling. Taking him off earlier, it could have weakened that right side, right? And that was the only side where Nashville looked dangerous. So, like, honestly, you look at BJ and you look at the choice he made, and he took a risk. My man's took a risk. Didn't pay off, but at least he took a risk. You know what I mean? You said halftime would have been fine. Yeah, maybe. But again, that was the only side where we looked dangerous. Who are you bringing on? Everyone's injured right now. His influence started to fade after a bit, bro. His influence started to fade. So I think that's why Dan Lovitz replaced him in the 75th minute. But my question is this. Again, was keeping Nahar on a sign that he is almost fully fit? Or was it a sign that BJ didn't trust his alternatives enough, his subs enough, to remove one of Nashville's only creators? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one, man. I hope that he's fully fit, but as we saw, I don't think he's fully fit. I don't think he's fully fit right now. I don't think he is. It's unfortunate. All right, we already talked about Kassem. All I'm going to say about Kassem, man, is you got to trust yourself, bro. You got to trust yourself a lot more, Ahmed. You got to trust yourself. I said, I don't care what's up with us, that right side. We hardly ever try to play through. Yeah, we're trying to play the ball through the left side, but the right side is also our best side. Like, I don't know what that was about. Yeah, we should really try to force the right more. So we should do some more of that. But again, we got to make a Sam, man. He has the technical quality, but Nashville needed decisiveness, and we didn't get that from him tonight, and it hurt us. It hurt us. You just got to trust that first opening and hit the shot. We need more one-time touches. You're not always going to get, if I could talk to that Make SM right now, I'd tell him you're not always going to get the cleanest chance. But you have the quality, the technical quality to bang that home on your first shot, bro. Just go for it at this point. I think just go for it at this point, Make SM. You've got it, bro. You've absolutely got it. Final takeaway. Then we'll close this thing out. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking over this result. It was coming. It was a 1-0 road loss. I mean, no one's beating us by more than a goal. That's about as bad as you can get us this year. We have not lost by multiple goals this year. 1-0 is as bad as you can get Nashville this year. So, you know what I mean? Nashville still held Orlando to 0.68 XG, right? So the defense is what kept them in the match. Nahar played more than an hour. Jordan Knight gave us some positive energy off the bench. I don't want to dismiss this as a one-off or one bad night, because the attacking problems that we saw against Orlando were also present in our two previous wins, right? The attacking problems that we've had have been present since we got back from World Cup break. So before great wins comes great losses. Yes, sir. The difference is against Atlanta and Montreal, Nashville found the decisive moment, and tonight Orlando found it. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, bro, because it was just one decisive moment in the last 3 games that we've played. And tonight, that moment went to our opponent, not to us. So when we're playing bad, it's good to know that when we're playing bad, we still are in the game, right? It's good to know that. But we've got to make the odds in our favor, and having 2 goals on target is not letting the odds be in your favor. Elite teams grind out ugly wins, but they cannot depend on that formula every night. That's just not going to work, all right? Nashville has to figure out how to progress the ball when Espinosa is unavailable. They have to figure out how to give Sam Surge better service and how to prevent the back line from spending the entire match under pressure, even when you're not playing at your best, Nashville. Even when your best players are sick or injured or just not having a good night, we have to be solid all around. And we see it. We see it. The front office is building a team that can do these things. We're almost there. Let's get Elias Saad in and see what he does. Let's get this new kid that we picked up from New York. Let's get this kid in, see what he does. All right? This loss against Orlando doesn't change the fact that Nashville is still one of the best teams in MLS, but it does show exactly what needs to improve if they want to stay there. Woo! Hey, that's it, baby. That's all I got for y'all tonight, man. First stream back in, how long has it been, man? It's probably been like 3 months, guys. How'd I do, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, this team really has to win it all, man. We just need that little boost. Yeah, has it to win it all. You're right, bro. You're absolutely right. I have no doubt. Like, I fully expect a deep playoff run, man. I fully expect a deep playoff run from this team. Man said I've been missing the streams, bro. Me too, bro. Me too. I've been working like a dog, bro. It's been crazy, bro. But I had to get my money up, not my funny up. You feel me? Hey, bro, I had to get my money up, man. I think it was rough there for a second, bro. Hey, bro. All right, just for old time's sake, let's go ahead and open up this pack, bro. Let's go ahead and open up this pack for old time's sake. Said, me too, had to work today and tomorrow. I feel it, bro. Hey, man, it's hard times, bro. We got to get that money up, bro. You dig? All right, hold on. I got to end the stream on Twitch, man. In my Twitch stream and YouTube stream, bro. All right, if you're watching on YouTube and Twitch, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Deuces.